Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today I'm going to review Allied Powers, the world's greatest tag teams. This is a 3-disc set. I believe it was released in 2009 or 10. And this is considered to be one of the worst DVDs of all time. It always seems like when they put these greatest, whatever of all time here, the DVDs always flop. You think the greatest managers, the greatest families, the greatest stars of this, the greatest stars of WrestleMania. For the most part, the DVDs themselves haven't lived up to expectations. So let's get into this, guys. This is a tough one to get through, I'll tell you that much. Got a runtime of 9 hours approximate, 2009 release. So The Miz and Morrison host this. For the most part, I enjoyed the bits they put together of like all the tag teams themselves. Like before they get into a match, they'll put a little package together of the team. I enjoyed those parts, but The Miz and Morrison, they were just starting out as a team. They weren't anything near a greatest tag team ever, so it was weird they would host a DVD, so it's a bit hard to read that. So throughout the years, fans of sports entertainment, the controlled chaos of tag team wrestling. Future Hall of Fame superstars have been part of popular duos, including Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Jeff and Matt Hardy. Some superstars will be forever remembered by the incredible impact as a team, including Road Warriors, Fabulous Freebirds, Midnight Express. Some teams were a result of the unique temporary pairing of two single superstars, including the Mega Powers, Hogan and Savage, and DX, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. Allied Powers, the world's greatest tag teams, honors all the greatest duos in sports entertainment history, complete with matches from WWE, WCW, NWA, AWA, World Class, and Championship Wrestling from Florida. Packed with profiles of more than 20 historical tag teams and events and 25 tag team matches. This gives fans twice the excitement, twice the action, and twice the drama. So they go over the list of teams profiled and some matches they've included. So right off the bat, Miz and Morrison, they were like they were like this, I guess, Hollywood team. And, this is how they kind of produced it. With the film strips and the discs, they look like rolls of film. Not the greatest ever. And like I said, this is hard to get through. I think they just tried to cover too many tag teams. And that's not how a DVD should be made. You're trying to cover the greatest tag teams of all time. Not every single great tag team. So, there's really no artwork behind the disc. It's just this, lights pattern. So that's all there is to show here. But, I did enjoy some of the matches. A lot of the matches, they're on other DVDs. So we got a shot of the Rockers, Miz and Morrison, the Hardys. Got a Eddie Guerrero leg there. Or it might be Chavo's leg. Got Edge and Christian at maybe SummerSlam or something. Got Arn and Tully, the Funks Iron Sheik and Nikolai. There's our spine. Like I said, for the most part, when WWE puts these, greatest list of teams or people together, the DVDs themselves usually flop. Look at the DVD, the 50 greatest superstars of all time, the 50 greatest finishers. I mentioned the Families DVD, the Managers DVD. I enjoyed for the most part. And we do have an insert with this, which is nice because around this time they switched up the inserts. So we got a shot of the world's greatest tag team, Shelton Benjamin. There's Shawn Michaels and Arn Anderson. Rated RKO. Rated RKO, definitely not one of the greatest tag teams of all time. So we got 3 discs, lots of extras. Let's run down the chapters. Disc 1. So like I said, it's hosted by Miz and Morrison. So we got the British Bulldogs versus the Hart Foundation. The Steiners. The Steiners versus Hiroshi Hase and Kensuke Sasaki. Then they go through Daredevils, outstanding aerial achievement by a team. We got the Killer Bees versus Demolition. The Hardy Boys. We got King of the Ring 99, Edge and Christian versus the Hardys. We got Chick Magnets of the 80s, the Fabulous Freebirds. So before they get into the Fabulous Freebirds, they get into a numerous amount of teams. So when you see like a thing like this before a team, it's going to be a group of teams, just a bunch of packages rolled into one. We got the Freebirds versus Kerry and Kevin Von Erich. And then they go through the best brotherly tag teams. We got the Funks versus the Briscoes. Harlem Heat versus the Steiners. Fantastics versus Midnight Express. Public Enemy versus the Nasty Boys. That was an awful match. The Rockers versus the Brainbuster. Awesome match. Demolition versus Strikeforce. WrestleMania 4. Barry Windham and Mike Rotundo versus Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. WrestleMania 1. And nothing is in chronological order. It's just, random tag teams thrown together. I have no problem with it being random, but most DVDs are chronological order. The Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys from Survivor Series 2001. The steel cage match for the unified tag titles. Outsiders versus Harlem Heat. Sting and Nikolai Koloff versus Arn and Tully. Nick Bockwinkel and Ray Stevens versus Red Bastien and Billy Robinson. Miz and Morrison versus Rey Mysterio and Shawn Michaels. We got the Rougeaus versus the Hart Foundation. Then we got a bunch of special features here. Fabulous Freebirds, music video, animal advice from the British Bulldogs, Gene Okerlund visiting the Hart Foundation headquarters, camouflage bushwhacker style, Gene Okerlund interviews Demolition, LOD returns to Chicago, cutting edge room floor, Conquistadors, Rock and Sock connection breakup, DX and the meaning of controversy. That's with Shawn Michaels super kicking all those guys, just walking through the hallways. Then we got Miz and Morrison, the Miz and Mofo's music video. Disc 3, Edge and Christian, Dudleys and Hardys from SummerSlam 2000. Rock and Roll Express versus Ivan Koloff and Crusher Khrushchev. New Age Outlaws versus the Rock and Sock Connection. DX versus Edge and Orton. Los Guerreros versus the World's Greatest Tag Team. Tully Blanchard and Lex Luger versus Nikita Koloff and Dusty Rhodes. This is just a weird sort of tag teams, these last ones. LOD versus Money Inc. They saved Road Warriors for last. So, I am going to give this DVD a thumbs down. It is very tough to get through. And it'd probably make my top 10 worst DVDs of all time. So let me know your thoughts on this one, guys. This was actually a suggestion from a subscriber. And this was my first time watching this DVD. Although I have seen most of these matches throughout the years, this was my first time actually watching this DVD itself. So, I did enjoy some of it. I did enjoy the, profile packages they put together. But for the most part, guys, you could probably pass on this one. Just take some time and subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you later. Peace.